Alright guys, I'm doing a quick video, and first of all I want to thank all the new subscribers that subscribe to the channel. Thank y'all for joining, because it's been, in the last 2 days I've been putting up some videos, and a lot of the algorithms been working towards me. You guys been subscribing. Thank you. Welcome to the channel. I talk this Nintendo stuff, we talk games, we talk about life stuff a little bit, but not a lot really. We just give it chill, we just talk about games and have fun. We really don't I do rant and rave about certain things, but I mostly just wanna play games. So, going back with that video I did yesterday, the short, where I showed a little piece of the card. I'll show it right here. So here we go. As you're gonna see, it will have to have this thing, the game key card. So we're getting physical games. So the game key card is for that situation, for games that was big and they didn't want to pay for the bigger file cards. So third parties don't want to pay for the bigger file cards, so they want you to buy digital anyway, so you don't resell the game and other people don't want it. Third party wants to do that. So not surprising at all. And I like this phrase right here, and I gotta give it to. This is more, y'all talk about anti-consumer. Well, again, but this is pro customer here, in my opinion. The Switch release the Switch one released just empty cases with included download codes. So once you download whatever. But I like this better. The Switch 2 game card will allow you to resell and share downloadable games, because the game card isn't tied to a system. It simply unlocks the games. That right there is pretty good in a way, because I look at it now, that's a better situation. So if you want to resell your game, if GameStop lasts any more further beyond, or you want to do Amazon and resell the game, you could do that. And then you have a used, it could be a used game. That makes sense until Nintendo Store software is done and you can't download it. But that at least gives you that. Other than what it was again, the Xbox tried to push use digital game. Like, what the hell is a used digital game? Like, how? What? But this makes it you have a physical that you could go back, trade it in, and say, hey, it's that. You might not get as much money because of what it is, but hey, it's better than zero. And I think this will be a better situation. Excuse me. This will be a better situation for gaming going in the future, really, for a while. The PlayStation should do the same thing, the Xbox should do the same thing. All you don't do in keys, just have it, lock it to the disc, and then yeah, you could, and you will treat the disc more carefully, and then yeah, bing, 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 bada bing, bada boom. That's more better, in my opinion, for third party games. First party, nah, you should put a game on a disc, but that's again. But again, standard game cards are full game on the cards. Excuse me. Completely normal. Right? Completely normal. So, completely normal meaning that means that the full games are still on the console. So, Nintendo is still doing physical games. Fully physical games. Thank you, Nintendo. I thank you for that. So, here's why you saw it. Like I said, that's what you gotta look for. You gotta look for that key card feature, whatever. And I'm not saying that Nintendo won't pull this in the future. I'm not saying that they're not gonna pull something and say, hey, well, Smash Brothers, whatever will be that. But this one here is one of them right now. Nintendo Switch, Kirby the Forgotten Lands, Nintendo 2 Switch Edition. Again, they went down by 100 megabytes. How do I know how they do it? The Switch one was 5.8, I mean, more data, more pocket, high resolution, and they compress it down. They compress it down to 5.7. Holy smokes. There you go. There you go. That's what we need. But that's crazy how they pull it off. But that's what it did. 5.7 to 5.8. Just like how Xenoblade went from 24 gigabytes to 30 gigabytes of the Switch. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So Another one will be for here, which would be on the Switch was 5.3. On Switch 2, it's 5.7 with all the up-res pack. The same thing as well to new content and everything. And of course, using all the features with the face and everything. That is a processing power, of course. Um, if you're getting the Zelda, again, these Zelda Wind Waker, I thought they had a visual, but what Nintendo is doing is Zelda, Zelda Wind Waker and GX and the first three games on the Switch for the GameCube, they're that 3.5 gigabytes. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. We went from those that 3 games like that on the GameCube is 3.5 all the way up to what 200 for Modern Warfare and stuff like that. Call of Duty, whatever. Yeah, not down with that. Think it's stupid. But let's get down to the real nitty gritty, the games that everybody's talking about. Donkey Kong Bonanza. That game is going to be comparing it to Super Mario Odyssey is basically double. So 5.7 gigabytes, 10 gigabytes, which makes sense with all the destructible and stuff, all the physics and everything you gotta do and everything. Yeah, Nintendo's keeping that straight. Mario Kart World. Now, Mario Kart World is gonna be, of course, more bigger than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. 23.4 gigabytes. So I think that is the biggest game on Switch ever, and that's what they're showing here right here. Pause it for a second. That's what it's showing right here, which is Mario Kart World gonna be 23.4 gigs. Smash Bros. Ultimate is 17.3 gigs on the original Switch. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom was 16.7 gigabytes on the original Switch. And Xenoblade 3 is 14.4 gigabytes on the original Switch. So it still looks like the physical games are going to be on this going to be on the cartridge, and that makes me feel good that not all physical games gonna go away. All right, that's a good thing. Some third parties might work that way. Like a lot of the Japanese third parties, say so Square, but a lot of Japanese third parties might do that for some of their games. Like and I hope so, because we have the physical version of Hades. I hope they got a physical. And again, you got what was the other one? Limited game runs or gritty games or whatever that does physical. Hopefully they could pull some games together and help us out in the future. That all the games are on there, like the new Shinobi from Sega will be a physical that was supposed to be on the Switch. So I don't think I don't think there's anything they can offer us for the Switch 2 anyway. So yeah, stuff like that. I like that. I like that a lot. So I'm happy that Nintendo is keeping physical games on games alive. It looked like they're the only ones that keep a physical game alive. So all the big YouTubers, of course, will never see something like this. They're gonna keep on, they're not. And again, just remember, if you're going out there to see things, and you're going out there to understand, and you look at the box art, make sure you look to see the keycard feature. It should be on the box. If that, then it's false advertisement, but it should be on the gaming box. So the Metroid gaming box doesn't show it. The Mario Kart 1 doesn't show it. The Donkey Kong don't show it. Here you go right here again as an example. Bravely Default, that's Square. I don't know why Bravely Default needs a key card. That's ridiculous. It was like about 4 gigabytes on the DS, and now it's like that might be 8 gigabytes. Like, why you need that? You tell me you tell me you pay for a 2 gigabyte card or 4 gigabyte card, and you just want to download the rest. That's kind of unfair. Square. Street Fighter 1 does make sense because of that. I ain't gonna buy it, but Street Fighter does make sense with all of them DLC packs. They're gonna do over and over and over and over again. So, not surprised by that. But you see how the boxes look like. Do that. And also, I saw a video to Arlo, and a lot of people was like, "Oh man, I don't like how the Switch box is gone. The Switch 2 box is bigger." One is two reasons that people are like, oh, it's bigger, ugly, I don't like whatever. It's two reasons why they tend to do that. One, so it differentiates, so they don't have a problem like how they had the Wii to the Wii U. It differentiates from the Switch 2, like one on the Switch 2 and the Switch 1. That's one. And two, it's bigger because they don't want to make a unique box no more. They're going with the most simplest and cheapest manufacturing. So that's what they're going to make these cartridges and make these games. All right? So again, thank you, Nintendo, for the physical, keeping games physical. Your games physical, I should say. We'll see what third parties do. And indies, I hope you guys, if you're gonna go physical, I hope it's easy as well too. And yeah, I'm good with this. I'm happy with this. I'm good with this. So just wanted to make sure this video is there before you watch the generation ed at the end. See, because again, this I got that information a little later than when I did record the generation ed for this week. So go with that. But other than that, guys, thank you for giving me your time. And remember, there's no perfect games out there. It's perfect to you, it's not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply enjoy games on all consoles, including PC. Peace out.